It's Wednesday, November 24th, 2021. This is television. They have something called Norwegian Cruise Lines. That's part of that travel and leisure package the New York residents and some of the other humans and earthlings have enjoyed in some relationship. I don't have any relationships with lobbyists, pension auctioneers, and so on and so forth. Not that I'm aware of. I mean, they don't call them that outright. And I don't, I've just been trying to figure out my way in a conservative way, except for, as of late, one of the later New York residents in a desperado type of situation that found his way into my home and wouldn't leave, which is on some marriage license. Now, here's another thing in New York State. They have a marriage license. You pay, I think, $15 or $30 to book and get on record who's been bothering you. And won't leave you alone. But they don't allow you to go to the same place and spend $15 to dissolve it. That's a problem.
Ready to break free? Let's get away to a place where we can finally be free. I've got to break. Plan your getaway with Norwegian. Sail safe. Feel free.
Now, that's what's called a cruise. I have not been invited on any cruise lines. Nobody's paid for me to go on cruise lines, and I have not made enough money to ever set sail on a cruise. Norwegian, Carnival, any of them. I have never been able to actually book and go on these leisure vacations because I've either had children or I've had monetary struggles within New York during this difficult period. This is NASA.
History overnight with the launch of a mission that sounds like science fiction, but aims to protect our planet from a very real threat, a devastating asteroid strike. For the first time, a NASA spacecraft will try to knock an asteroid off course. Mark Strassman shows us why this planetary defense mission is so critical.
Look out. In the 1998 sci-fi thriller Armageddon, an asteroid the size of Texas is on a collision course with planet Earth.
The United States government just asked us to save the world.
And actor Bruce Willis jumps in to save us all.
You're going to remote detonate the bomb.
So in Hollywood, they blow it up. Right, you don't want to blow it up because that doesn't change the direction of all the material. It's still coming at you, it's just buckshot instead of a rifle bullet.
Lyndley Johnson ought to know.
Yeah, well, I'm the real Bruce Willis.
You are. He is NASA's real-life planetary defense officer, trying to find asteroids in our solar system before they find us. More than 27,000 near-Earth asteroids, seen here in blue, have been identified so far. About 10,000 of them look large enough to cause damage if they were ever to strike Earth.
Smaller size asteroids, even as small as a few hundred feet in size, if they were to impact, particularly in a populated area, it would be a natural disaster on the order of anything that we've ever dealt with.
In 2013, a meteor just 60 feet across exploded over Russia, injuring more than 1,600 people.
As it now stands, how vulnerable is the Earth to one of these objects?
To a large object, there's currently nothing to stop it.
Liftoff.
But NASA just launched Earth's first planetary defense mission, the Double Asteroid Redirection Test, or DART.
DART is a spacecraft that's purposely going to crash into an asteroid.
This is the woman that said
Nancy Chabot is the DART coordination
John
lead.
Hopkins.
Near Baltimore, the Johns Hopkins University Applied Physics Laboratory built the spacecraft.
So this is Didymos.
Chabot showed us DART's test target, a harmless double asteroid nearly 7 million miles away. Didymos is about 2,500 feet across. Next fall, DART will target Dimorphos, its smaller moon, an asteroid roughly the size of the Washington Monument.
The DART spacecraft is going to come in at 15,000 miles per hour and hit it pretty much head on here.
An impact that would slow this asteroid's orbit by about 1%. But the tactic could make a hypothetical Earth-bound asteroid miss.
Small nudge changes its position over time so the Earth and the asteroid wouldn't be on a future collision course.
Bump it ever so slightly and knock it off course, remove the threat.
Correct. But luckily, there are no known hazards in the next 100 or so years. But we actually haven't found all of the asteroids yet, which is why it makes sense to be ready in case you needed to.
In fact, scientists believe they found fewer than half of all near-Earth asteroids big enough to cause devastation. Of course, Hollywood could spot the next threat from the sky anytime.
The two halves are going to miss us by 400 miles.
For CBS Mornings, Mark Strassman, Laurel, Maryland.
And if anyone needs a grade school reminder, an asteroid killed the dinosaurs. And it's believed, that an asteroid of that size hits once every 15 million years. I don't know where we are in that timeline, but I want to win that reality TV show, okay?
So you're just pushing this on everybody's table. One more thing to worry about.
Don't worry about it. Just root for those guys. The Planetary Defense Officer is my hero for 2021.
I think we're safe.
For now.
But Tony,
your kids,
it has
their
happened
kids
before.
Right.
It has happened before.
But we've been around for less than 1 million years, folks.
Oh, yes, and I want to keep it that way.
Okay.
That's what the dinosaurs said too.
Trying to have this is for the long term, Michelle. All right, next, Rod Dutier, our long term man, who's going to be talking about what to watch.
I don't know particularly what that means. I have my own understanding of that version of scientific discovery, disclosure, and so on and so forth. But in Paleolithic and paleontology, again, I walked up to my closest police officer. There's only one that I speak to regularly. I walked up to him. He was inside. He asked me to wait a minute. He came back out. I said, were you off yesterday? I was like, because yesterday on the news, they made mention, they actually showed on television the statue of Thomas Jefferson being removed out of some municipality building in New York. I was like, I don't know if you saw it or if you were aware of it. I was like, it's concerning to me only because he's a national treasure and a national archive, and he's in our monetary system. I mean, he's on the nickel. So again, that's really concerning for me. And he's like, I've heard about it for a while. I was like, well, see, you're lucky because you're in this great big facility called City of New York, and you have like a brotherhood and some communication director or that lets you know things. I was like, I'm unemployed. I was like, I've been trying to find employment, but I don't have like a communication or a social group that keeps me informed of these upcoming conversation, whatever, or the things that might happen. I was like, and there was no mailing, or there was no neighborhood, anything giving out, informing people, the public. So I was like, so I'm just a concerned citizen. I was like, I know that you have a different, understanding because of what you're involved with, but just so you know, I'm a concerned citizen. I don't have the same safety network that you have for communication, but I am concerned because he is a founding father of our Constitution and Bill of Rights and our American history as we know it, or at least as I was born into it, in the state of New York. With some outside, I was like, the only thing we really have is symbolic gesture. Well, the only thing I have at this point is symbolic gesture because I don't have this extension network. I was like, so it just concerns me that the symbol I can confirm is on our money, that is still in circulation, has been, I saw it with my own eyes, removed from this announced municipality. I was like, so I was like, I don't know what else to do, so I'm just letting you know as a concerned citizen, because I don't know where else to turn. And so he says, no, he says, I understand. And that was it. I mean, I don't know what else to do. There was a fire engine that passed my path today, and there was some other type of fire, FDNY involved. If number on the window was 53. I think the fire engine's usually 306. And then I had, when I was walking back from NYPD, there was a second alarm of an engine, but I couldn't see it with my own eyes. I'm trying to think if there was anything else. As I was walking with my umbrella, as I do daily, trying to see if there's any form of pamphlet being handed out that is informative of something going on in the local area for participation, since it's by a train station. I'm not in Washington, D.C. I don't have Capitol Police here. I don't know what really Capitol Police is compared to an NYPD. I don't have a benchmark. They look like uniformed officers and safety officers. So, I tried to just one rep. I didn't let all of NYPD know, but I let one rep know, because I don't know how to protect where I am, but disclose but not disclose. That gets really, really confusing, even at a core logic level. I mean, I speak to my mom and dad about it. They think I sometimes sound crazy, but they're my only closed loop network. Lewis being Northern Italy and American, my mom being American, my mom being North American, I being North American. Like, we are all silver in this house. If the dollhouse coins come in silver or copper, we're all silver in the house. There's no copper in the monetary system that I was born from or into within this system. With the symbolic flag, which I even said to NYPD, I still see this symbolic gesture being flown, even though the circulatory money person was removed by statute, which is concerning. Star 1978, yep, Star 8378, Nicole, Cattaruzza, Earth, Solar System, Milky Way, Universe, Galaxies, broken, and it's Bayside Station, Bayside, New York, 11361.